Hey guys, and welcome to Chatting and Kitbashing, where we are going to have an artist join Sully and they're going to work on a project together. So, Sully, can you start by telling me what you're working on today? And then Mark from Dorgmal Snow, you'll tell me what you're working on too, okay?
So today I am working on a 1/6 scale kitbash of a certain Call of Duty character. That's what I'm working on.
Nice, very nice. Right, so what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be playing with the stuff that I've got on at the moment, which is I put a figure out a month or so ago. So I'm just be working on the build for that. So I'll talk to you about what I'm doing and show you different bits as we go along. How's that?
I love it. I think that's great. So, go ahead and keep working. I'm going to ask you guys a question and then we can kind of see where it goes. I'd love to know what's the longest amount of time you've ever been away from home?
Longest amount of time I've ever been away from home. God, we had
You're
this
still living
last
in your
time.
mom's basement.
Yeah, I'm still there. God, what was the longest? Probably my honeymoon,
Oh, where'd you go?
which were where did we go?
Oh
Uh,
gosh.
we went to where did we go? Oh, we went on safari.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, that was was that about 10 days? We went on holiday not long ago. I'm not very good at holidays. I just get a bit bored, you know. But we went on holiday this year, and it was in the UK, and it was to like a tree house. So we got this tree house and stuff, and we were all there, and they'd got a load of garden and stuff. And on the we were away for about 7 days, and I just said to them, "Look, if you want any stuff doing in your garden, let us know." And they said, "All right then." So they did, and they let us stay for another 2 nights.
I
So it
love it.
was about 10 days is the longest I've been away.
It's awesome. What about you, Silly?
So being away from like the U.S. Is that what you're
Yeah,
asking? Yeah. So
yeah.
I used to teach English in Japan, and I was gone for a year, a little over a year, I think, and that was the longest that I've been away from the U.S.
How was Japan? Did you like it?
I loved it. Yeah, yeah. Totally different animal.
In you say you liked it. What was it that you liked?
All the
It looks like a crazy place.
it's amazing. So first thing, culture is totally different, right? Very respectful. I had a lot of people want to take pictures with me because I was tall and blonde and had a lot of hair at the time. So they would stop me on the train and like,
Yeah, me too.
ah! But yeah, it was great. It was fantastic. So I remember back when I it was like 20, almost 25 years ago, I think. 20, yeah, something
Blimey.
long time ago. But I remember like movies were like 17 US dollars to go see a movie. And I used to go see movies, and they would be Japanese, American movies with Japanese subtitles. But that was
Yeah.
my treat. I would go every week to go see a movie. And they had this little taco
Wow.
stand right outside, but it wasn't like a taco. It was like a Japanese taco with like fish and flakes and
Nice.
this like sauce and yeah. So we get a taco, and then we go to the movie, and then we get out of that, and then we go to the UFO machines, which are the grabber machines with the claws that come down.
Oh yeah.
And that used to be my thing, like grabber machines, UFO machines. I had a plethora of cool kid stuff. That was really fun for me.
Awesome.
And you could smoke everywhere.
Oh really? Yeah. Well, different times. Wasn't it? Different
Back in
times.
the day, man.
Okay. My next question, if you guys could design a video game, create a storyline for a video game, what would it be about?
Oh man.
You
Oh
already
man.
got it thought up. What are you working on?
Yeah, it would be nice. It'd have to be this stuff, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
It'd have to be. So I'm sure I've explained it all in the past, but every figure I make is from a thing called the 13 project, which is it's enormous. It's the timeline is set over like probably about 300 years from the very first sort of part of it to sort of where I am at the moment. Um, So I always think that I'd be so good. It'd be so good to have a video game with my characters in. Bit narcissistic, but yeah, it would be cool. It would be cool. What would you do?
What would I do? I would do the new Call of Duty.
Oh right,
That's it. It's so good.
that's it.
Oh,
Yeah, but we had this discussion last time. I can't play video games. I just can't because of my addictive nature of them, and I'll be there in the underpants again at 2 o'clock in the afternoon playing computer games. It won't be healthy.
so were you good at sports?
Was I good at sports?
Yeah.
What, when I was a kid?
Yeah.
Man, when I was a kid, I was not good at sports because I was slightly large. I was a big boy. I was a very big boy. And
What's big?
we don't
What's
know.
big?
Probably I had when I was about 13. I probably had about a 38-inch waist.
Yeah.
So that's quite big for a little
For
boy.
13, yeah.
I would, there was a lot of me. So I wasn't the one you picked when you were playing sport. The only time I was ever picked early when it was sports was when we played rugby.
Right. Yeah.
But then I was useless. Because I couldn't run or anything like that. But later on, in my sort of late teens, I got interested in basketball, and in the UK, basketball's nothing, compared to like in the States where it's just like it's everything.
Right.
But I got really into that, and I played a lot of basketball, and later on I taught it when I was teaching. I taught it and stuff. But I don't do anything. I don't do anything like that. I used to ride my bike a lot. I used to ride to work, but after because of my illness now, I don't really do sort of stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's just not. It's not a good idea.
Not in the cards.
No. But it was fine. I enjoyed it when I could.
Yeah.
I still do other stuff, but yeah.
Well,
What about you?
I was definitely picked last.
Oh, were you? Hey!
I'm totally kidding.
It must have been because of our beards and our hair. Right?
So okay, let me think. My dad used to teach or was a baseball coach, and we had the same group of dudes from God, I want to say like junior high school time frame, and we went to state like 4 or 5 times, I think.
Blimey.
Technically we did good, but sports isn't really individual. It's always about the team, and we had a really good team. So, and a good coach. My dad was a really good coach. So,
right.
But yeah, after that was it. After I got a job and started making money, it was like, I need a car.
So why don't we take a break and you guys tell me or take turns like talking about what you're doing specifically in your Kitbash.
Right. Do you want me to go first?
Sure, you go.
Yeah, go. Yeah.
Okay, so what we've got here is we've got this is brass rod, and then I have printed some sleeves. So these things. Is that on the cam? Is that good? Which way have we got to go? That way?
There you go.
And then on the end, to make a sort of round bit on the end, I'm using these tiny little this sort of stick-on bead type pearl things. What else is on the desk? So I've just finished weathering these. I need to go that way. Finished weathering these. So these are a pad that goes on here, hangs down. And yeah, I've made loads of belts, and yeah, it's just putting them together. What I can do actually is I'll take this camera, and I think I can flip it round. Can I flip it round in process? Or not? I don't think I can. I don't think I can, but I'll try and turn it round. So this is right. So this is my desk.
Wow.
Wow. Look at that.
at the moment.
And this is
So
Oh
my
my
desk.
gosh.
so so yeah, I've had a massive tidy up today because it was an absolute carnage in here. So it's just making. Let me try and.
Wow.
So this is what's going on.
That would scare
Uh,
me. Like wow. That's a lot, man. That's really, really cool. Holy moly.
so yeah, it's and then I'll walk you over here. So and then this is the other desk,
Oh wow. And these are all 3D
and
printed
this
items.
yeah. So this is all 3D printed, and then in here, can you see that? So those are all 3D printed as well. Um, so yeah, so I mean these are fish. These are fish that I've made.
That's amazing.
Uh,
That's so cool.
And yeah, I've kind of bitten off a bit. See, as we spoke about earlier before this recording, I originally thought, oh, I'll sell about 10 of these on pre-order, and it'll be fine. It'll be fine. It'll be great because what I've made is it's quite complicated. It's quite a complicated build
Yeah.
and lots of parts, lots of really tiny little bits to do. I thought, yeah, no, it'd be fine. It'd be fine. And yeah, it sold really, 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 really well. I was like, oh no. So hence why now my desk is looking like it is. But I feel like I've got to a point now where I can actually sort of see it. Like last week, I was making all of these. Yeah.
I'm just laughing right now because your desk is so organized. You have no idea how
Yeah,
organized.
completely organised. Always, Sully, it's always like this. It's always, everything is laid out perfectly.
You should see, like, I just have stuff in piles because I need like
Yeah, no,
variety.
this,
I wish we could show you
No, we
Brian's
don't.
desk at
We
the
don't want to see
office.
that.
I wish you could.
no, we want to see Brian's desk.
We want to see it.
We want to see it. Yeah, let's put it this way. We're
Um,
we're filming from the kitchen table.
really nice.
Yeah, we're filming
So,
from the kitchen table.
but I still want to see your desk. Your desk has to be seen.
Once I clean
Really.
it up, I'll show
No, don't clean it up. Don't clean it up. Honestly, so my floor. When I cleaned up,
you. Yeah.
I had an entire bin bag, trash bag, and that was just from my floor.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it was carnage in here. Just because I have to really maximise my time
Right.
when I'm in here. So yeah, I really do have to get a wiggle on, and yeah, I just make mess. But I have cleared up, so it's not always quite as tidy as this. But yeah, there's always something on the go, always.
So I'm
So
gonna,
what's that?
this right here is a plate carrier.
Right,
And
yeah.
this is an easy and simple little chest rig. Easy and simple plate carrier.
Yeah,
They come on two different figures. So this came with a weapon set, and this came with a figure. But they're designed to be interchangeable. So what I've done is I pulled the webbing off of the chest rig,
yeah.
and it actually has buckles on the chest rig right here. And you can take this panel on the back, and you got hook and loop. Rip that off.
It's the detail they get on the stuff. It's just,
It's amazing.
it is amazing. It is amazing.
So I love these little micro chest rigs. Super, super easy to put together and compatible with a lot of parts. They go on a lot of different
Yeah.
figures. So
Yeah, I mean, you can. That's it. I mean, you can use it for so many different things. I mean, when I sort of first started out making figures for people, all my stuff was Kitbash. Everything was Kit. And I had to buy everything. I used to buy from you guys back in the day.
right?
Um, so I had to buy absolutely everything.
Yep.
And some of the stuff was so good.
So good, right?
So good. It was, and it was always like, that was always my aspiration, to be able to produce my own stuff, but sort of to that sort of standard.
Right.
Yes, really hard. It's really hard because, like, for me now, like sewing, that's the biggest sort of trauma in my life.
Right.
I mean, God, making these, and these are really quite basic. It's still really hard because I don't know about when you guys get prototypes back and stuff like that,
Mm-hmm.
but sometimes the material is so thick. You know, it's really, really thick, so it doesn't hang and it doesn't.
Correct.
It
Yeah,
doesn't
it doesn't fall right. It looks like a piece of
no.
cardboard. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So like all of these figures. So all of these figures, they're soaked.
Yeah.
So when I started putting them together, they're all dipped. So this one's just been dipped in water now.
So smart.
On the cuffs and on the sort of the tails to try and show that she's been sort of wading through water.
That's sweet.
So you've got that gradation in sort of weathering.
That's a great idea.
And I think
That's fantastic.
Well, I think weathering, once you get the weathering on a figure, it just totally lifts and changes.
Totally changes the dynamic.
Yeah, yeah,
sure.
yeah.
Except if you do it wrong.
Yeah, but I mean, is there a wrong? I don't know.
Grabbing a spray paint can when it says black and there's a black cap on it, but having it be white and you shoot it out.
It's just snow.
That can
It's
happen.
just snow. Oh, trust me, it can happen. I know. I sprayed a load of stuff the other day, and because I prime all my parts are primed with like a car spray primer,
Right.
and I sprayed a load up, and I was like, yeah, sprayed it complete, not the whole lot, sprayed it all the wrong colour, the whole thing, the whole lot, and it's like, oh man, but it happens, doesn't it? It happens. You have to get on with it.
Every day, man. Every day.
Yeah, yeah. So when you obviously, I know you get boxed figures, but do you get like overruns? So if say someone like Easy and Simple, say they produce a figure and they've got spare parts left over, do you get hold of those as well?
Do we have access to that?
Yeah.
So the short answer is yes and no. So
right.
If I
that was decisive.
Typically, the way manufacturing works now, they're not overproducing certain key elements. So if they're doing, and they're keeping runs lower, so roughly 300, maybe 400 units. But we used to do when I was
it used to be 5,000, didn't it?
Yeah, well, so when we were producing like our Chris Kyle, we did, I want to say 650 units. And on our Zert figures, we did 500 units. Mark Forrester, 500 units. Mark Lee, 500 units. But those were pretty high numbers. And now, like, production needs to not slow down, but they need to have a different variety, I think, when they do a run. And they want to keep the run numbers low. So what they're doing to increase the run size is they're doing two different versions, so multiple colors.
Right.
So while they're making the same pants, they can make the same pants, same cut, with two different fabrics for the same run.
Yeah.
Which is an R version and an S version, and that's how they're keeping production numbers up. But the style of figure, you're getting more variety.
Yeah, yeah, it makes sense.
And if I see something that I super want, then I can let them know before production.
Yeah,
and they'll work with
so
me
you
on
can
it.
say do an extra 30 of those if you can, and
Right.
yeah, nice, very nice.
So, guys, are you more of a morning person or a night owl? What kind of is your schedule?
We're referring
How
to
is it
what?
for you, Mark?
I'm definitely one of those really annoying morning people. Like, really. So years ago, I used to be a teacher. Before I was ill, I was a teacher. And, I was just one of those people that no one wanted to see in the morning. Because I've always got a massive grin on my face. No matter what.
What's he smiling about?
What's he smiling about? Because there was a lot of grumpy teachers where I worked, especially in the morning. I'm definitely an annoying, bright-eyed morning person. I'm normally in bed by 9 o'clock at night.
We're just getting old, man. So yeah, I'm a morning
Yeah,
person too. I totally wake up at today I was up at 4 a.m. I tend to do
yeah,
all of
nice.
the social media stuff, like answering questions and stuff like that, and bugging Jensen and Jennifer about what's going to happen in the morning
At 4
before
o'clock
they're
in the
awake.
morning. Yeah,
Yeah, Jens knows.
Yeah,
but
I did wake up to like 6 text messages today.
but I love it. I like to get up. Really, the earlier the better
Yep.
for me.
Yeah, but about
Definitely.
9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, I'm out.
Yeah, I try to get up before
Yeah,
my kids because then the house is quiet and I can get a little bit more
oh,
done when they're
it's
not
the
awake.
best time. Yeah,
Yeah.
when no one's up. When no
Mm,
one's up is really good. It's nice and peaceful.
definitely. So, what is your guys' go-to breakfast order? What's your favorite thing to eat for breakfast?
Oh, jeez. Oh, you're gonna have to come back to me on it. It's like the hours.
I'm gonna say venti blonde white chocolate mocha with oat milk, but keeping the whipped cream.
Oh, jeez, you're one of them, aren't you?
Okay,
You can't have a coffee, can you? I know, you can't just have a coffee.
Energy
that's not
drinks.
a
So what
breakfast.
is it?
Yeah.
What is it? Say
What
it again.
It's complicated. The oat milk I can't get behind. Starbucks made my chai the other day with an oat milk and it was gross. I don't know. I'm
It's
not an oat milk
gross.
person. It's gross.
My
No,
stomach bubbles when I drink milk now.
I
all
hear
right.
you.
So what was the name of your coffee again?
He wants to hear it again.
It was
I want to hear it
a
again.
venti blonde white chocolate
Right, what's a
mocha.
venti? What's a
It's
venti?
large.
Oh, right.
It's large. I don't know why they call it venti. That's yeah, it's dumb.
Okay,
So
but
you
I
got
think
a big coffee with no milk.
Yeah, and that's it.
pretty
Nice.
much.
Nice. I like a small coffee with a little bit of milk in. That. Yeah, I'm quite happy to have that for breakfast.
Yeah.
And I like breakfast.
Yep, I don't eat
Do you guys
breakfast.
Yeah,
you
see,
you guys don't eat any actual food for breakfast?
No,
no, no. I
breakfast for
guess
dinner.
because yeah, breakfast for
Mm,
dinner.
true. That's
I
good.
guess because when you're up early, it just doesn't really happen.
Mm-mm.
Well, I'm here to tell you that your blood sugar really needs you to eat something within 30 minutes of waking up, okay?
Oh, mum.
It's
She's
very
probably
good
right.
for you.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So, next question. What is something you think is really overrated?
Oh, posh coffee. That coffee. That
Yeah,
latte schmatte stuff.
yes.
Well overrated. Starbucks coffee.
Yeah.
Something that's overrated. Oh God.
Yeah, that's good. That's a hard question. What's overrated? As far as like
Like Taylor Swift, something like that.
who's Taylor Swift?
I think she I think she's overrated.
Can we say that?
I know. We probably
Well, are
shouldn't
we
say
going to
that.
get hate mail and stuff?
Probably. Probably.
Overrated.
The extra leg room on an airplane. When you pay extra and you get a little bit more leg room,
Yeah.
but it's only like an inch.
I wouldn't know. I haven't been on a plane in years.
It's a great experience, especially if you're tall,
Last
because you always get. I was just overseas, and I always get stuck. Like I buy extra leg room, whatever, and I spend like an extra $100 or whatever on a ticket, and then eventually, like I get somebody short in front of me that likes to lean the seat all the way back,
nice.
right
Nice.
against the
I hope you
knees.
make really good friends with him.
Yeah, that's overrated.
Yeah, yeah. See, I wouldn't know. What was that? What could be overrated? Yeah, coffee houses. I think are overrated. It's just such a. I don't know. They're everywhere. I'm sure they are in America, but they're everywhere over here.
Yeah.
Everywhere, and it's the
They're
same.
everywhere.
It's the same franchise. You know,
Hmm.
there's only a couple of franchises, and they charge an enormous amount of money for
So
coffee.
much. Yeah.
I think it's disgusting. You know.
I mean, A drink is, like $7. I mean, how much is your coffee at Starbucks, Brian?
Well,
Seven
yeah,
dollars.
go on.
About
How
seven
much? How
bucks.
much is your
Yeah, it's
about
about seven
$7?
bucks. That's
So wonder what
crazy.
that is in the UK. What's $7 in the UK?
It's probably like 5.5 pounds.
Yeah, so I suppose I think it's about £4. But I don't go to coffee houses because I'm overrated.
There you go.
But yeah, definitely coffee houses.